Alright, today we're digging into a tool that's dead simple, but incredibly powerful for improving your cybersecurity processes, the 5 whys technique. If you've ever dealt with a security incident, a breach, a phishing compromise, or a ransomware hit, you've probably asked, how did this happen? But the better question is actually, why did this happen? And then why did that happen? And again, and again, and again. That's the core idea behind the 5 whys. It's about not stopping at the surface cause, the obvious technical glitch, or the user who clicked on the link, but going deeper, all the way to the real root cause. The one that, if fixed, stops the problem from coming back. Now, this technique actually comes from the Toyota production system. It was originally developed to understand manufacturing defects, but it's incredibly useful in cybersecurity and information security, where incidents are often the result of a chain of breakdowns in tech, in people, and in processes. Here's how it works. After an incident has been contained and the dust has settled, you bring your team together and start with a clear problem statement. Something like, sensitive customer data was accessed by an unauthorized third party. Then you ask, why did that happen? Then you take that answer and again ask, why? And again, usually around 5 times, sometimes less, sometimes more, until you hit the bedrock, the fundamental issue that allows everything to cascade. Let me give you a simple example in a security context. Let's say your company is hit with ransomware. The first why. Why did we get hit with ransomware? Because an employee opened a malicious attachment from a phishing email. Why did they do that? Because the email looked legitimate and they weren't aware it was a scam. Why weren't they aware? Because our security training is only done once a year and doesn't include phishing simulations. Why is the training so limited? Because management hasn't allocated budget or resources to maintain an ongoing program. Why not? Because there's no formal risk register that identifies phishing as a priority threat. There you go. That last one. No formal risk process. That is your root cause. That's what's enabling all these other breakdowns. Not just Bob in sales who clicked the dodgy link. It's your governance process. It doesn't prioritize user awareness based on the threat exposure. Fix that and you're solving the deeper issue than just sending Bob another training email. This method is also fantastic for moving from blame to learning. It shifts the focus from who screwed up to what allowed this to happen, which is crucial for building a healthy security culture. We're not here to point fingers, we're here to help fix systems. Now let's walk through another fictional 5 whys so you can see how it plays out step by step. Let's say your company experiences a data breach. Sensitive data was accessed by an attacker. The first why. Why did the attacker get access? Because they exploited a vulnerability in an old web application. Why was that vulnerability present? Because the application hadn't been patched in over a year. Why wasn't it patched? Because the development team wasn't aware that it was still in use and assumed it had been retired. Why wasn't there awareness of that? Because the organisation doesn't maintain a current inventory of active systems. Why not? Because there's no formal asset management process in place. That's the root. No asset management means that people don't know what needs maintaining and critical systems fall through the cracks. Again, it's not a tech issue, it's a governance and visibility issue. These kinds of insights are gold. They help move from cleaning up incidents to actually preventing them. And they give you concrete improvement actions you can take. Establish an asset inventory, assign ownership, automate patch reminders, whatever it takes to plug the hole. Let's bring it home with a real-world example. The Equifax breach of 2017. A massive breach, over 145 million people's data exposed. Why did it happen? Hackers exploited a known vulnerability in their Apache Struts web server. Why was a vulnerability unpatched? Because Equifax didn't realize some of their systems were running on a vulnerable version. Why didn't they know that? Because they lacked up-to-date inventory of software components. Why was that? Because they didn't have a mature process for managing and tracking open source software. Why not? Because the governance of their patching and asset tracking was incomplete and fragmented. The root cause wasn't just a missing patch, it was a breakdown in how they tracked systems and applied updates. The consequences were massive, and it all started from a preventable process issue. So, what are the takeaways here? Number 1. The 5 whys is a fast, no-cost method that helps you understand security failures more deeply. 2. It works best with multiple perspectives involved. Get IT, InfoSec, Ops, and even leadership in the room. 3. It's only effective if you're honest. Don't settle for surface-level answers and don't stop at a user error. Keep asking why until you get to the systematic issue. And finally, it's not about finding one person to blame. It's about finding the weak spot in the system so you can fix it. In security, we can't afford to treat symptoms. We've got to treat the causes. That's how you build a more resilient, secure organisation. One incident and one root cause at a time. Thanks for watching, and next time something goes wrong, don't just patch the hole, ask why 5 times.